Hey, sir, you can't be videoing here.
Hey, sir, you can't be videoing here.
You gotta have a permit to video on this here public property.
You gotta have a permit to video here.
Permit? Is this open to the public?
Yeah, but you, on a government facility, you gotta have a permit to be filming out here.
What law is that?
Ever notice how authoritarians get exasperated and lose their ability to communicate when page 1 doesn't work and they never studied page 2? So they just go back to the old, you gotta have a permit.
You gotta have a permit.
Well, I guess I'm going to challenge you on that.
But then they pull out the old standby. You're being a little suspicious recording a public building from a public sidewalk.
It's usually it's a little suspicious when people start videotaping the government buildings, so it's not normal.
It's not normal? According to who?
And then you can't even educate these highly educated folks because they got all the answers.
Who are you to educate me? Who are you to educate me?
So obviously, because they don't need a further education, because you don't need to be educated to be an order follower, you become one of those guys in their eyes.
You're one of those guys?
One of those
be
guys?
sure to put me on YouTube.
Are you a bad
Have a
cop
good day.
too? Leave me alone, man.
This is News Now, California, showing you how to verbally manhandle tyrants, thin blue line tyrants who don't care about your rights.
Hey, sir, you can't be videoing here.
What's that?
You gotta have a permit to video here.
Permit? Is this open to the public? Right here?
Yeah, but you, on a government facility, you gotta have a permit to be filming out here.
What law is that? What law is it?
It's part of it's the county law that you go to be on a government facility. You cannot film on government property. You got to have a.
He thought it was going to be easy. He just marched right up with his uniform. Oh, man, this is going to be easy, man. This happened to 50 people before. They just obey my authority because they're intimidated by a man with a uniform.
Permit. Everybody that comes out from the TV stations, they have to go to the office and get a permit to video out here.
Well, I guess I'm going to challenge you on that because that may be your policy. It's not law. I have a legal right to film in public, and they want you to enforce the policy. And policy doesn't trump my right to film in public. I'm not going into the building. I'm out here in public. It's publicly accessible. So when you tell me what you told me, you can't state a law, and I understand that because there is no law. It's a First Amendment protected activity, and that's why I'm out here. I'm out here to educate you and others that we have a right to film in public.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You have the papers for that?
I'm gonna go get that right now.
How long has the law been? How long has it been in place?
There is no law.
What are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
What's your purpose out here?
Oh man, just filming.
What are you filming for?
Just to keep it for myself. I like to film nice, beautiful government buildings. Why? What's going on?
Well, it's usually it's a little suspicious when people start videotaping the government buildings, so
Suspicious?
What about
What's
us?
suspicious about it?
it's not normal.
You know what I find suspicious? I always find it suspicious that a law enforcement agent who swore to protect and serve the public and protect and serve rights, including the First Amendment right to freedom of press, finds it suspicious when any American decides to exercise the right to freedom of press. That's what I find suspicious.
It's not normal? According to who? I mean, you can't deem holding a video camera suspicious behavior. You know that, officer. And as I explained to this individual, that he says we need a permit to film here. I don't need a permit. I'm out in public. I have a legal right to film. I'm not going in the building. Anything I can see from public, and this is public accessible, I can film. So he's enforcing policy. The policy is you guys don't like filming, but the filming doesn't, the policy doesn't trump our right to film in public. It's a First Amendment protected activity, and that's why I'm out here. That's exactly our purpose of being out here, is to educate you that we have a legal right to film in public.
Who are you to educate me?
Huh?
Who are you to educate me?
Well, you're giving me an
I
order.
didn't give you any orders, first of all.
Okay.
That's a pretty dumb thing to say. Who are you to educate me? You know, it's the wise person who goes out into society and realizes that he can learn a little something from everyone. I don't care what socioeconomic status. I don't care what race, creed, religion. I don't care the area in the world you happen to be. You can learn a little something from somebody, and you should embrace that knowledge. You shouldn't resist it. Who are you to? I'm going to completely close myself off from absorbing any knowledge that comes from the likes of you. That is pompous. Pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Look, it's all over this guy's face. He doesn't even care about his own life.
So I have a legal right to do it. Is that what you're saying? Huh? Is that what you're saying? Why don't you kick rocks, man?
I'll stand right here just like you are,
So,
right? Public
yeah.
property?
Yeah.
I'll stand here too.
Yeah, you're a tough guy, aren't you?
No?
Yeah, you're a tough guy. Who am I to educate you?
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? You're a guy in a costume.
You said you wanted
You're
to
a guy in a
educate me.
costume.
I'm asking you to educate me and who you are.
No,
to
you
educate
told me, who am I to educate you? You come off
Who
all
are you?
aggressive.
I didn't come off aggressive in any way.
You can call me.
I have my hands in my pockets. I'm aggressive?
Yeah, in your tone of voice, fool.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Good name calling.
yeah. What you gonna do? You gonna beat me? You gonna tase me? Go kick rocks. Go back inside, man. You come out all. Who are you to educate? I was very cordial, explaining the purpose of coming out
And
here.
now you're calling me names.
Yeah, because you
haven't
ramped
called
it
you
up.
any names.
You ramped it
I
up,
haven't
bro.
raised my voice.
Bullshit.
I'm actually sick. How am I going to raise my voice?
You're sick?
I could barely talk.
You're sick in the head, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what they train you. Just go back in and kick rocks.
Whatever you got to say, buddy.
I just said it.
You got, what's the law? What's your name, sir? Sheriff? What's your name?
Deputy Polito.
Deputy who?
Polito.
Polito. What's your name, sir?
What's your name, officer? I got a vision impairment. Say it.
Focus on the camera. Put the
No,
focus
say
on
it.
What's going on, man? Why we
Say
can't
it.
film out here?
You're not gonna say it? What's your badge number?
It says right there.
What's your badge number?
My ID number is 4141.
Thank you, Officer
Not
Hardy.
a problem.
Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Have a great day.
When you have law enforcement officers who swear to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and the laws of the state, which includes traffic law, which includes federal drug war laws, now you know that they're not on your side because they are not interested in you pursuing life, liberty, and property and happiness. They are interested in intervening in your pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness.
How you doing, sir? Is there anything I can help you with? Are you doing okay? You don't want to talk to me? All right, sir. You have a good day.
Hello, my name's Officer Phelan. How you doing today, sir?
I'm on the sidewalk filming. Why are you guys even talking to me?
We're just finding out why you're filming our back door. Our firemen are going in and out. They were getting nervous. So we're more than happy to find out and make sure everything's okay. Because the last thing anybody wants is a nervous firefighter. Those guys do a great job of rolling out there to protect everyone's property.
You know what?
What's up, sir?
You know what? It's none of anybody's business what I'm filming. I'm in a public space. So why don't you get back in your cars and do some fighting?
Why are you shaking, sir?
I'm not shaking. Is that, dude?
Don't worry. I'm sure the camera has like anti-stability.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's your name, officer?
It's
The camera, he said, has anti-stability. Kind of like law enforcement agents. They're anti-stable. They're not the most stable people. They're not secure. If they were secure, they wouldn't have that position and they wouldn't be overpowering people with the authority that they think they've been given.
It's Officer Phelan.
Phelan,
And
thank
you
you,
are, sir?
officer. And what's your badge number?
It's
1458?
1458.
How about you, officer?
I'm from the Newport Beach
Officer
Police
Corps,
Department.
What's your badge
1436.
number?
And we're just making sure that there's no danger or threat to our firefighters. So
With
you
a
wouldn't think
camera?
of
I'm
doing
out with a
anything-
camera, and that's
You
a
wouldn't think of
danger
doing
threat?
anything negative to our firefighters, would you?
I'm out with a camera, dude.
Okay, good. I really appreciate that, sir.
Why don't you
have a
just
blessed
get the f- out of here, man?
They're so condescending. Even when they're saying nice stuff, it's so freaking condescending.
have a blessed day, sir.
Just get the f- out of here instead of elevating shit. Why am I shaking? Get out of here, man.
I can stand here all day if I want to.
So can I, and I can film all day.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you can.
No, you're coming out and saying, why am I doing it? It's none of your business
Did
why
I
I'm
ask you
doing it.
that?
He did.
Okay.
He did.
Okay, you did.
Yeah. So does it matter whether you or him asked? It's none of your business. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone.
I will.
Good.
I will leave you alone.
Get back in your car. Go do what you need to do.
I'll
Support
leave.
the community.
I'll leave whenever I'm ready.
Dude, you're going to leave before me.
I probably will.
You will, guarantee.
I probably will, sir.
And then you guys can go do what you need to do and support the community. And
That reminds me of Mike Jardine. This cop's going, I'll leave when I'm good and ready. Oh, he's got to exert his authority on some level. Before he walks away, he has to make sure he told you what for. That's when James Freeman told Mike Jardine, Detective Mike Jardine, don't you look back. And he looks back with intent. He intentionally looks back like, oh, I'll show you. I'm going to do exactly what you told me not to do.
Get your butt back in your office and do your job.
You shut up and get
You
out
get
of here.
your butt back in your office and do your job. You get your ass back in there. You don't look back here again.
Because he couldn't get one over on James, and he realized he'd been busted by James, and there's nothing that he could have done.
fight crime. I'm doing nothing illegal, man. I don't even know why you're approaching me. You guys are a bunch of thugs. Go do what you need to do, man. There's another one.
How many resources are wasted on these guys? How much money? How much time?
Good. Too bad they're wasting taxpayers' resources for you to come out here. You're Officer
Exactly.
Romaine?
I am, sir.
Thank you.
Deputy Romaine.
Deputy, and your badge number?
3566.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. We're out here on a public side easement here filming.
Absolutely you are.
And they're telling us to go across the street because
Okay.
they don't know that I have a First Amendment right to film in public.
Absolutely.
So thank you for coming out. All I need you to do now is turn around and educate these guys.
Okay, what's wrong with these guys? What
Yeah.
they say to you?
Just what I told you, telling me to go to the curb. I have no right to film inside their gate, go across
Okay.
the street.
Okay.
So thank you
Well,
for
do
educating.
you understand why they're?
I don't need to understand shit.
Well,
Just-
I'm just asking you. You know, I'm being cool with you. Just be cool with me.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you some simple questions. I'm not telling you to leave. You got every right to be here.
right,
I'm not telling you not to film. You got every right to film.
right.
I'm simply asking you if you happen to know what this business is and what these gentlemen happen to be doing, or what these folks do here.
I don't answer questions.
Oh, fair enough. You're one of those guys.
One
Okay,
of those
be
guys?
sure to put me on YouTube.
Are you a bad
Have a
cop
good day.
too? You're one of those guys? What is one of those guys?
You want to come over? You want to stir up issues? You want to try to make first?
One of those guys. You're one of those guys. You're one of those guys who stands for American rights. You're one of those guys who took the founders seriously with what they wrote down in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, specifically the Bill of Rights. Yeah. What do you mean? One of those guys? Shouldn't all of us be one of those guys? When they say one of those guys, they say it in such a derogatory fashion, like you've got leprosy or something.
Amendment issues. I got no problem with that.
Well, then
I'm
educate
simply
these
trying.
guys.
I'm simply trying to be a gentleman and ask you some
Yeah, by
questions, and
saying
you don't
you're
want to
one
answer.
of those guys.
You are one of those guys.
Yeah, that's a
So let me
negative
ask you this.
connotation.
Let me
man.
ask you this.
No,
What is it
I
you're
don't
trying to
answer
accomplish?
questions. You can do what you want, man.
I know I can, just like you can.
Yeah.
Wait. How you doing, sir?
Doing well.
How you doing, sir? All right, I've got you recorded too. Can I ask you why you're recording? Huh? Can I ask you why you're recording?
Can I ask you why you're recording, officer? And what would you do if I put my hand in front of your body cam?
You can ask me whatever you want.
Okay.
Why are you coming out here and putting your hand in front of my camera?
Because I'm talking to you and you're not answering me.
I don't need to answer.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah, go back and do your job,
Yeah, have
fool.
a nice day, sir. Have a nice day. Thank you. You too.
What are you, tyrant? Put your hand up to my camera because I'm not talking to you?
Have a nice day.
Yeah. You're within arm's reach of me, man. Back up. I feel threatened.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you guys been here?
It's none of your business.
It's another thing. What if you stood that close to a cop? You would be inside of their zone of safety, their zone of influence. You would make them feel extremely unsafe, and they would have to take evasive actions like calling for backup, pulling out their taser. Maybe they're going to mace you. No human being who's logical and reasonable and considerate of others would walk into somebody's space like this, yet they have no problem with it because they got the authority. They know they got the qualified immunity, and they know they can be paid bullies on the scene, and nobody's going to do anything about it.
All right. All right. Give me a second.
I don't get to give you nothing, man. We don't got to talk to you at all.
How you guys doing?
Look at that face.
Are you guys videoing somebody or someone or what? What are you videoing? Are you videoing the? Okay, because this is like a security area, and you guys were videoing upstairs also earlier, right? No, they don't cooperate. We don't need your ID. We're not breaking any law. We're not saying you're breaking any law. We're not saying you're breaking any law, but don't need to ID. This is like a security issue right now that you're doing all this. There's no security issue. We're in a public lobby. Nobody's allowed.
All I have a question is it for commercial use? All right. All right.
You're not breaking the law. You've just created a security issue. Well, guess what, officer? You have created a security issue by walking up to me. I know what happens to people when they encounter police. I know what you guys do. I know what you guys think about us, and I know what you're willing to do under the color of law. So, yeah, you've actually created a security issue yourself, officer.
Have a good night, man. Thank you.
Hi, gentlemen. We got a phone call just saying.
What the heck is going on here?
There are some subjects out here. Seem to be an issue.
Are there no physical standards anymore in law enforcement ranks at all? What is going on here?
Mind if I ask what you're doing out here?
You got a call that there were subjects out here, and that's an issue? Is that what you just said?
Yes, sir.
What's the issue?
That there were subjects out here that were fighting, verbally arguing with the people that work here and filming them. So I'm just coming to ask what's up.
Okay, well,
words have meaning. Are you a subject? Are you being suspected of being a suspect? Are you a suspicious suspect? Subject. Give me a break.
I guess we'll file a false police report.
Okay. So it's not breaking the law. I'm coming out here because somebody said there was an altercation.
They're breaking the law by making up a fairy tale.
Okay.
So
why don't you tell me your guys' side of the story?
Well, they're the reporting party. Why don't you get it from them?
You want me to get your side of the story from them?
No, get their side.
Okay. You guys don't want.
Because I want to see more lies come out, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys don't want to tell me why you're here?
Well, I don't have to tell you why I'm here. I'm out in public.
Okay.
Okay. Go get their side. Come back, and we'll have a cordial discussion.
Yeah, we're not citizens either. We're not subjects. We're not citizens or denizens or subject to a jurisdiction of a city that is owned by some political cartel and governmental cartel. We're men and women of the earth. We say that, and we keep saying that, we stand by it. We can dispel this illusion that they want to constantly lay on us. We are not citizens. We're not denizens of a city. We are not subjects. We're not subject to your jurisdiction because you say we are. We are men and women, and no man or woman has a higher claim over the life and property of another man or woman. And if you think you do, then where did you get it, and how come I don't have it?
Officer Wallace, badge number 17.
But isn't filing a false call a misdemeanor, or is that a felony?
Well, they're calling me out here because there's two people out here, and I've explained that. And I've explained why I'm out here, and I'm speaking to you guys, and it's not false because you guys out here. You guys are out here.
What's false, Officer Wallace, is that two people are out here and they're arguing. That's false.
Okay.
And that's not a crime.
Okay.
I have every right, as anybody does, to be on a public sidewalk filming this facility. I never stepped inside their facility.
Okay.
And they told me to get off their property, saying that this sidewalk is their property.
Okay.
And I explained to them very nicely, super nice, that this is not their property. This is public property.
Right.
And they can't tell me to get off the sidewalk.
Okay.
And then this gentleman came out and was telling me that the sidewalk is their property again.
Okay.
And I said, no, it's public property because of all the easements, the utility poles, the city put them in.
Okay.
And then he says, correct, but you can't film here. This is our property. So, these guys, I have respect for people that are slow, but for these guys, they're extra slow. When I explained exactly what we're doing, we have every right to be out here. So I said, You want to call the police, and they'll come out, and hopefully, Officer Wallace, you're going to educate them that we have every right to be on this sidewalk and to film whatever we see. Our eyes cannot be trespassed. And they are coming out and telling us that we have no right to film private property.
Okay.
And that is totally bullshit. Is everything I said correct?
Yes, you're correct, sir. And
Thank
that's
you.
exactly why I want to try and get your guys' side of the story.
Thank you,
So that's why
Officer
I'm gonna
Wallace.
speak to you
So
first.
I appreciate you now going in and educating both those individuals, and I'll accept their apologies.
Okay. Well, just letting you know, I can't make them apologies.
No, I know. You listen. You can't cure stupid. I get it. I
Okay.
get it.
I'm just going to go speak to them, okay?
Yeah. Good deal.
Would you guys also like an incident number, or do you need documentation of it, like a physical card, or are you guys good?
You got a business card?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
And that is it. That's from News Now, California, as compiled by Justice for All. Again, I will leave the link to those channels in the description. Leave your thoughts about this. What do you think about this? Do you think that he handled the cops fine? Would you have handled the cops differently? Do you think the cops crossed the line as far as, hey, we got the thin blue line. We're out here to enforce the laws. Do you think the cops care very much? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do the cops care about upholding our rights, protecting our rights, defending our rights? Because we know, according to the Supreme Court, DeShaney versus Winnebago County, that they are not obligated in any way, shape, or form to protect us physically. Even if you got a restraining order on somebody, like what happened in town of Castle Rock versus Gonzalez. So leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Global Thought Police in the comments section below.